Hello again, and good morning. This is the second video of the previous one. So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning again. And yes, you all are innocent until you carry someone else's agenda. You all are innocent. The one who carry out the agenda is a complicit. That is correct. You become a facilitator of someone else's agenda, which we do not want you to be that. So now you know you should not carry other people's agenda. You should not execute other people's agenda. You should not never ever ask or request to do someone else's agenda. If they ask you to do their own agenda, say no to them. That is absolutely correct. Carrying out someone else's agenda will make you a complicit in the process or in the result. And that in, gets you involved, and you will be the one who's responsible legally and in the court system. So do not do other people's agenda. Why we do not do other people's agenda? Because you become a complicit, a facilitator of other people's agenda. Do you know their motive? Have you checked their motivation? Why they ask you to do these things? Then you have to be really careful not to carry out this agenda. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abdul Aziz, and I'm here to inform all of you, if you carry someone else's agenda, if you carry someone else, um, you know, um, if you do a favor for someone else that, yeah, he doesn't want to do it, but he wants you to do it for him. It means you are the one who is responsible for these actions. You are now responsible for their problem. Yet you got involved. We don't want, we don't know, we don't want, we don't need, we don't, we have no idea, if I may say, why you've been involved in this. Maybe you have a, financial motivation. Maybe they will pay you money, they will pay you lots of benefits, they will give you, things and stuff. So my understanding to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, to be to be aware, to stay away from those people. Uh, just avoid them as much as you can. You are not obliged to carry someone else's agenda. And unfortunately, and I said this to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, many times, and I said this to all of you, this is a planet of con artists, female and male. They do tricks, they do traps, long-term traps, long-term tricks. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid to expose them. Don't be afraid. You know, your safety is very important. You are absolutely an innocent individual, an innocent groups, an innocent nations until you become a complicit in someone else's agenda. So that you do not carry someone else's agenda. Yeah, they have hate motive, political motive, personal motive. We don't know what's their motive, but definitely they have a bad motive. Definitely they have, you know, a political motive. Definitely they have hate motive. We have no idea what are their motive. So in order to be safe and sound, in order not to be complicit, Do not be the facilitator, incubator of someone else's agenda. Do not. We never know their motive, and that's the reason. So if somebody says to you, please, I would like you to do this agenda for that individual, or that nations, or that group of people, it means now you are complicit because you're going to carry their own agenda. So in order not to carry someone else's agenda, you have to be aware of them. You have to be aware of what they do. And that's the train, by the way. Yeah, we have train here in Riyadh. We call it Riyadh Metro. So, ladies and gentlemen, please be aware. Please be informed that doing such thing it might, it might get you in trouble, legal trouble, social trouble. Yeah. And for those who are wondering, what's the difference between, um, like, how can we know this is fear mongering, like irjaf? Well, irjaf means spreading false alarming, false information. The difference between false information and true information is which one is correct. So if it's a false information about individual, called fear mongering, that is correct. The true information about individual, called what? That's the true, correct information. Yeah, it doesn't get complicated. So it turns into a fear mongering information of or false and alarming once it is incorrect. But the correct one, the one that has correction of information, like it's a correct, it's true, it's valid. That's not fear mongering. That's not false alarming. That's true. That's truth. Exactly. So that's the difference. Yeah. If you go back to all my videos, it is all a reflection of truth. I never say something that, you know, false or something that has no references. All of them has references. And I always ask you to go back to the academic research or search engines to verify. Anything I say, anything I inform you of, it has a resource, it has a location, a valid location. It's either in the search engine or in the library. It's a public record. Nothing wrong with it. You're allowed to look at it. You're allowed to hear it. You're allowed to read it. Exactly. Based on the policies of the public record, instruction and regulations. Anyways, this is the end of their video. Please, this is the last reminding. Please do not carry someone else's agenda. Do not carry someone else's tactics. These tactics meant to do you wrong. These tactics meant to damage your reputation. These tactics meant to sabotage your life. These tactics meant to reach a goal, an objective of someone else's agenda. Do not do them. That is correct. The safety of everyone is absolutely important. It's absolutely incredible. Please do not do these things. Please carry only a good information. Do not be the facilitator of someone else's agenda. Do not be someone else's incubator. Do not do these things at all in your life. Always be safe and sound. Always spread the right information. Do not spread false information. And that's the difference between fear mongerings and true information. Thank you all for watching my videos. Thank you all for the love and the respect. And please stay positive, stay wonderful, and have a wonderful day.